everybody, it's Dina, and I'm back with another video. Guys, I hope you guys are doing great today. It's Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. So I'm here. If you're new to my channel, it's 99% about crochet and yarn, and a little chit chat about my life and things like that. So today, I'm in Connecticut and we had a little bit of an ice storm. So the kids actually did not go to school today. Which is great because this week was their first week back after Christmas vacation, and then they have a half day tomorrow because it's teacher professional development day. So at least they get to, slowly get back into the groove. I'm coming on, this video is my update on the Lizzie blanket, and that is from Ophelia Talks web. She has a YouTube channel and a blog, and I will link both down below. This is a crochet along she had. I'm not sure exactly when it went on. I'm not doing it live. I'm not doing it when she's doing it. And it's a blanket that you do, I'll just show you because it's easier to show you. So each week she names the blanket pattern on a character from Pride and Prejudice. And week 1 was Jane. And what happens each week, so week 1, she gives you a 6-row repeat, I think. 5-row repeat. So each one of the 5 rows is a different stitch. So for week 1, yes, each row is a different stitch, and it makes for a really interesting blanket. Also, each row for those 5 rows, each one of those rows is a different color. And she is so organized. So if you haven't checked out her patterns or anything, I highly, highly recommend it. I think you'll really enjoy it, especially if you like things that are super organized and detail oriented. Each week you print from her blog, the pattern, and it's very simple. Let me just show you the pattern. Like, I'm not gonna show you the pattern, but right here, it's just 5 lines. She tells you the rows, but there's a YouTube tutorial that goes along with each week, and that's when she actually shows you how to do the stitch, and you get into it with her. She really gets into it, and you do a sampler. Because 1, to make sure that you're learning the stitches, because it's 194 stitches that you're doing on the blanket, and you don't want to do that and then have to frog. So you do a sampler. So each week you go and you do the sampler. So this is my first 2 weeks of the stitches. Yeah. So the first 5 rows here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending on this like bean stitch. That was week 1, Jane. Now, the next week is this row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ending with the double crochet. So that's what I completed on my blanket. Week number 2, which is Elizabeth. And then when you're done doing the sampler, so I think it's 6 weeks, it's very important that you have this to practice doing the border, because the border, it's a double border and it hides all the ends. And everything I've read on the Facebook group, it sounds like it's very difficult, and quite a few people like give up and do something else. I might be one of those people, but we'll see. I think what you do is you have to slip stitch around evenly to start like the thing, and that's the trickiest part, I think. But you practice on your sampler, so that's another reason to have it. So let me show you what I have, and I'll show you how I organize this. So I have it all in this beautiful organza bag that you get from, I want to say Love Crafts, but I'm not sure now. But that is, I ordered the yarn. It's her kit, okay? So these are the colors she put together. I don't want to take the credit because I don't think I could ever think of this color combination, and I love it. That is one of the main reasons I picked this pattern, because this color combination is really good for my living room, and I love it so much. So I will show you. This is her color combination. So here's the whole pattern. Here's all 6 weeks. Her patterns are so beautiful. I just want to show you. So here's a picture of her holding the blanket. This is the back of her pattern. And then you have little things like this, I just think go a long way. Okay, so here's the beginning. You have this beautiful key and her lovely logo and the picture of the blanket in a basket. Then you go and she has this graphic of this beautiful rose and books, and it's so detailed. It's the list of the colors here that's in her colors. And then you go to week 1 Jane, and on week 1 she has this beautiful pocket clock, pocket watch, and these beautiful books. It just makes it so pretty. She puts so much detail into it. I love it. So then you have the pattern. So this is the 5-row repeat. Then you have the checklist that tells you, so all it says is first row is gold. Sorry, I can't see. Because it doesn't. First row is gold and how much you chain. And then that's like your starting chain. Then row 1 is gold. So I did do it right. I thought I did 2 rows gold. Anyway. And then it shows you the color, the stitch. So it's like Jane 3 is row 3. And that's what you find here, row 3. And then it tells you the stitch. So just as a reminder, because once you know it, you just look and you know, okay, row 1 is gold. And it's Jane 1, which is a half double crochet row. And watching the video and reading the pattern, you know what that means. And then you check it off when you're done and you just keep going. It's so organized, and it's like that for every week. And this whole pattern has the 6 weeks in it. But what I do to keep myself organized is each week I print a bigger scale of that chart, like this. This is much bigger. And I don't do the colors like in the order of this. All I did with this was I did all the colors and then I put the color name, because if my ball bands fall off, at least then I know what the colors are, because there's so many. And then every time I do it, I check it off. Now it's a 5-row repeat. So here's 5 rows. That's 1 and then you start it again and you do it again. You're supposed to repeat it 6 times each week. So here's 1 5-row repeat. Here's the next, the next, the next, the next, and then the 6, and then I'm done. And that's why I group it like that. And then I know. And I put this on heavier paper so the yarn stays. And this is how I organize myself. So now for week 3, I will print Mary is week 3. And I will, I might actually take the time and put the colors in the order that they are here. I don't know. And I'll let you know next week when I do it, to see if that helps me at all. And then I'll just print this off each week. And I always have the pattern with me in case I have to refer back to it. Oh, and I do the sampler first. Okay, that's enough chit chat. Now let's show you. Isn't it turning out gorgeous, guys? Oh, I love it so, so much. See what I mean about the different stitches? I really like the way that looks. So pretty. And I'll show you up close. You have a little, isn't it beautiful? The colors are so pretty. She is very talented. Anya is her name, and she's extremely talented. I love her. It'll all be linked down below, so please check it out. See, you change colors every row. So you have these tassels on the ends. Now, somebody who gave up on the border just added more tassels. So they just went and added more strands of the same color to each thing, and it looked beautiful. So that is an option, but that takes a long time too. Okay, so that's week two of my crochet along. Lizzie blanket, Ophelia's Talks. Now I have to print week 3, get myself organized, and do the sampler. Make sure, yeah. Okay, now, the next thing I want to share with you guys, excuse me, I still have a runny nose. I've had a perpetual runny nose. I'm also doing a build a blanket, and I've showed you guys this in the past. And it's from Ruffles Yarn. It's an Etsy shop, and every month you get 2 mini skeins of the most luxurious yarn I've ever worked with. I'm addicted to this yarn. It's a DK weight. You could choose between fingering and DK, and you get 2 mini skeins, and you just add it to a blanket. And you can pick any pattern you want. They give you suggestions, and I just did a granny stitch. That's it, back and forth granny stitch. And so I just received this month's Build a Blanket, and it comes in this cute little bag. This is them, Ruffles Yarn, and this will all absolutely be linked down below. And in it you get the information. So this is November, December Build a Blanket, and they give you hints and suggestions on blankets every month. But you just keep adding to whatever you decided to do. So let me show you mine. I'm loving this. Of course I have ends because it's a scrappy blanket. Isn't that pretty? It doesn't look like I get very far because these really only go about a row. Sometimes they go a row and a half. Occasionally I've like this one, I just got this from This Craft, That Craft. No, This and That Craft, I think it's called. And I just ordered this to try their yarn. And I'm going to add it to this blanket. This might go a little further, let's see. Nope, they're both 20 grams DK. So, oh, I just love this yarn. So I'm going to add these 3 to my scrappy blanket. This is just going to come out so pretty. And this I'm putting in my new studio. I think it's going to look beautiful. So I will show you when I add those 3. That will be hopefully the same time I show you the Lizzie blanket, so I can show you my blankets at the same time. Now, I'm not a big blanket person. Rose, hi Rose, if you're watching, from Rose Likes Crochet, just showed us, I think 5 blankets that she's been working on. They were outstanding. And Rose, I don't know how you have the patience. That is a huge struggle I have with getting bored quickly with projects and wanting to move on. So blankets, it's very difficult. So these are, you know, this one is small though. I made this more like a lapcan. It's not that big. And the Lizzie blanket's not that big. But, you know, I'm just doing it week by week. I just can't sit and do the same thing. I don't know. Even though I want to stay on track with the Lizzie blanket, so doing the 5-row repeat 6 times, it takes a while. So these are my challenges. These are my 2 blankets. If I could finish these 2 blankets, I'm gonna be very proud. So I'm gonna add to those and do the Lizzie blanket, and then next week's video, or not, yeah, next week's, I will update you. This will be linked down below as well. Oh, that purple yarn, this is This Craft That. That's what it's called, This Craft That. This Craft or That. She's also on Etsy, and it's super soft and it looks beautiful. Beautiful. So they'll be all linked down below. All right, so that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on my Lizzie blanket and my, I guess you call it a scrap gan, even though it's not like, they're not my scraps laying around, but you know what I mean. You get it, right? All right, so any updates on anything? I don't think so. The next video will be my finished bag o' day pattern of the week. It's the hat that I showed you guys in my other video this week. So if you're making it with me, post pictures of it on my Facebook group. I will have that linked down below as well. I'm making, I'm trying to use all those one skein yarns. So I'm kind of mixing and matching and seeing if we're gonna have some successes and some not, but I like the challenge. I think it's fun. So on Friday, I will be back and I will show you what hats I made and how they turned out. I did order some fur pom-poms from Amazon, the one with the elastic, because I really like those when you put a button on it. It's easy. I don't know if I'll have those in time, so they might not be on it, but we'll see. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.